Fashion in Ghana is vibrant, rich in culture, and bursting with creativity. But is it structured enough to compete globally? On April 8th, industry players gathered in Accra to begin something new, building a blueprint for Ghana's fashion industry to thrive, not just locally, but worldwide. Hi guys, welcome to Fashion Wednesday with me, your fashionable host, Dinah Edinam Kumbey. So today I am honored to be at the fashion event. I know it's just the beginning of the year, but I feel like this is the fashion event of the year. This is the Fashion Design Summit Ghana, and the theme is building the blueprint. We are structuring Ghana's fashion industry for global success. This is not your regular fashion event. This is where stakeholders in the fashion industry in Ghana, they come, they sit, they speak up, and they plan for the future of the fashion industry here in Ghana. Are you excited? Because I am. Come with me. Let's go in. This summit was born from urgency. This was a movement of people coming together to take responsibility for the future of fashion in Ghana. So I'm here with the organizers of this particular event. I just want to know, first of all, what made you want to put this together for the people?
Shall I take it?
Um, okay, so basically, what we wanted to do was to, as I said in my speech, like press the reset button, meaning like to bring everybody together, reset the whole industry, and then do things the right way. Because over the years, everybody's been doing everything in their little corners and in isolation. But I think it's the first time we've seen like a lot of people coming out, so like designers, creatives, photographers, stylists, everybody coming out to support us as an initiative. So I think the purpose for us basically was to bring everybody in the industry together, which our purpose was served. So just to also advance the conversation. So I had a conversation with Makiba about it, and who else if she's not the one to do this with? Because one thing I said was it's a huge platform and it's something that we need to carry it on our backs to be able to help and promote the industry at large. So that was how come we came about this event, to be able to position our industry very well and also position it for global success as well.
Okay, but both of you have been in the industry for quite a while, and you are like an industry legend. Yeah, she's an icon, she's a legend. But so why now?
Why now, as in to bring everyone together? Well, it's just like what Newell says, you know? We needed to reset the button. And the thing is, so much has happened between like my time and his time, so to speak. And so we needed everyone to regroup again. And we needed to just decide how we want to see our fashion coming from Ghana. So it was like someone said it to me, is a dream collaboration, and it actually is quite right, because we're coming from two different areas in terms of fashion, and we've got two different types of experiences. And plus I'm female, he's male. He's young, I'm older. It just has so many synergies, and what we both have in common would be the kind of, in a way, like the PR part, the narrative, the storytelling. So, yes.
While the panel sets the tone for the big issues, we also wanted to know what brought people here and what were they hoping to take away. I'm here with
Zechariah Kofi Marco.
Hey and
Kiala Kanzi.
okay. But you are a fashion designer, and you are
A goldsmith and jewelry designer.
You see, I find that I find that very interesting, because how did you even get into that?
Oh, I think I always needed to work with my hands. And so I think a craft always is something that you will never unlearn. It will always stay with you, and you can do it wherever you go.
Okay, so what made you attend this particular summit?
I mean, I love the bonnet, so why not? Yeah, so I had to show up. Also, they invited me, so I had to come.
And you?
Honestly, I'm new to Accra, so I was kind of like, trying to figure out what's going down, and I felt like this was exactly the right event for it.
Okay, so this particular summit is about building a blueprint for the Ghanaian fashion industry, plugging people on and then trying to put down structures in place for the industry. What is that one thing that you hope to, like, is achieved at the end of the day?
Yeah, I mean, I hope the message like really gets delivered because another conversations I've been having with my people are the structure, like the whole African structure that we have here. So seeing this, I mean, I really had to come because they are doing something that is very dear to my heart. So
And you, have you always your business, what you do, is it just in Ghana or is out you do it outside as well?
It's a bit everywhere. So I started some time ago together with my family, and we have, it's actually a social business based in Benin though, so not in Ghana. And we're building a factory for men and women to learn how to sew over there. So that is like a complete other project that I've been on for some time. I think that's also what brought my interest to coming here. Even if I'm in the jewelry sector, I think this whole part of like fashion and also looking at fashion in a sustainable way and also socially fair way. And also a local way is something that I think is very, very important, makes a big difference. Looking at the mode of work, but also looking at fabrics and all of these kind of things, I think it's so important that we put an eye on what is happening here.
Okay, so guys, I'm here with
Rachel.
and
Cash.
okay. What made you want to attend a fashion event? Because we all know that you're dancers, but so what made you want to attend a fashion event like this?
First of all, what we do as dancers, fashion is one of the things to make a statement. Like even if you want to create normal dance content, we take into consideration what we wear. So wanted to attend this is all part of what we do. So why not? Yes.
And you?
Yeah, so as she said. Exactly. Yeah, we are dancers, so we really think about the fashion first before doing anything next.
Okay, so this particular event, they're talking about how to structure the fashion industry here in Ghana so that like they put measures in place so everybody is more comfortable. What exactly do you think that we can put in place for in the fashion industry? I mean, let's say come from a content creator point of view. Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
You want to go first?
As a content creator, okay, me, I wouldn't mind a collaboration.
So more collaborations.
Yeah, yeah, more collaborations
we
outside.
are more of like content creators. We do so much. Even sometimes, aside creating dance content, we do create fashion content. And then we get brands reaching out from outside, not even Ghana. So we want to work with also those here in Ghana. And I don't mind wearing like, only if it makes sense with my brand and what I do, why not? I would love to collaborate.
Hi guys, so I'm here with
Wesley.
Anne.
Mike Hughes.
Okay, so why was this particular event important for you to attend?
First of all, I love fashion, so I mean, when fashion calls, we will come.
Okay, and Wesley?
I mean, obviously, it's a debonair thing, and when we talk about fashion, the only name we can mention is debonair. So if they call, we show up. Yeah.
Period. Okay, so this particular event is about structuring the fashion industry. I know both of you claim you're not a fashion A, but we know you, we know your page. So both of you are fashion influencers. I just want to know what you want, what you think we should talk about at this particular event, what you think they should include in the blueprint that they want to create for Ghana's fashion event. Who do I go with first?
You can go with any of us, but I mean, I think it's just about time that African designers are given the opportunity. Because trust me, I see beautiful designs out there, but they're not, global. They're not international. So if we could push that front and make it go extreme, make it go international, we'll really appreciate it. And also give the upcoming designers the opportunity to, work with the big brands because some of them are super creative and, like they have the Gen Z spirit and stuff like that. They're always open to creating magical things and all of that. So if they're given the opportunity, I'd really appreciate that.
That's so sweet. And you?
He said, "Oh, I mean,
You are lying.
He just said, "Oh." I mean,
You are
I just
lying.
wanted to talk about the upcoming fashion designer that they need the platform, but they don't get. I mean, someone can just make an outfit for you and you'll be like, is it a person from Ghana? Like, I mean, because the person take time to do the bidding alone and all that. So like, yeah, like my brother said, we just need to give them also the chance to also showcase what they have for us on the platform. I mean, everybody's supposed to showcase what they can do. It's not just particular people that I mean, sometimes when they show, they need to call the upcoming one, not just the known ones. I mean.
Okay, thank you so much for speaking with me. Manuela, why do you think it was important for you to be at this particular summit?
Okay, so it was my first time. So when I saw the invite, I was like, oh, like this is a good event that I would want to come. It's about fashion, something that I'm actually into and trying to learn and become perfect in. So I thought, why not just come, listen to those who have been there and who know more and can impact us more, and then probably learn about it and then take it to, do better things with it. Yeah, so that's why I'm here.
Okay, so the event is about structuring the fashion industry here in Ghana. So they're trying to create a blueprint. Why do you think, what are some of the things that you think they should include in that particular blueprint?
No, so I think there should be more collaboration. I'm sure somebody has already said this, but I think there should be lots of collaborations with fashion designers all over the world, starting from, first of all, Ghanaians. I know we have great, talented people here, so they should, try to collaborate with them more during such event. They invite them to come, probably showcase their works, probably speak at the event to impact other people. I think through that, they'll be able to achieve whatever that they want to do.
So I'm here with
Portia Ghana.
Portia. What do you do?
I have a multitude of things that I do. I have a restaurant that's called the Volta Bistro. We showcase local Ewe and local Ghanaian cuisine as well as fashion and art. So it's a creative space for artists, musicians, and food.
And how important was it for you to attend this particular summit?
Oh, very important. Anything from Noel Barnes is a must attend. So yeah.
What do you hope to, take away? Because I mean, the event is about structuring the fashion industry, all of that. What is the main thing that you hope they talk about, and what do you hope to take away from the event?
Okay, so I have my own personal brand. It's called Avo Atelier, but due to Ghanaian manufacturing issues that we face, it's hard to keep up such a brand without being hands-on. And I feel like in Ghana we have a bit of an issue where everybody wants to do their own thing. Nobody wants to work with others, and nobody wants to actually build the fashion industry here. Everybody wants to be the star and their own selves. So that's why we're unable to break the international market. And I'm hoping that they're able to push that notion of working together, collaboration, building corporations as opposed to individual entities, so that we can have an H&M of Ghanaian designers and Macy's and all those kind of things, so that we are at that same level and we're pushed in that same level and in that same value market.
Interesting men with me. You are?
I'm Edmund.
And?
I'm Kay Kwame.
Okay, Edmond and Kwame, please take me through your outfit. I think I want to start with purple. What was going on? What happened when you decided to choose this outfit for the event?
Okay, so the inspiration behind this whole look is, I was trying to go, way back in time. Yes. The color I chose, purple, signifies, royalty, that elite class. So I decided to choose purple for the outfit. Not just purple, but a plum color. Okay.
He knows his colors. Mm-hmm. And you? Well, I see a little. Is it fishnet? Is it? Fishnet, yes, yeah.
Well, I mean, the 90s trend is just, undeniably the beautiful trends ever. So I decided to go with the 90s because I'm influenced by the 90s. Their music, their movies, their songs, and everything. So just something all black and the 90s, taking you back in time.
And the fishnet.
Yeah, something, something very, stylish and then very, to get it.
Okay, so this particular summit is to talk about creating structure in the fashion industry here in Ghana. What is it that you hope they speak about? What is it that you hope that people get to know more about the fashion industry?
I think when it comes to fashion in Africa, particularly in Ghana, I appreciate the growth, going back in time, it wasn't like this. People are now becoming more tolerant, more considerate, and I love the growth and I appreciate it. However, I still feel that, we should allow people to express themselves, more. I felt like I had to wear this, this top, and it looks good on me, so that's why I wore it. Not like, going out in town and then people will be looking at you with that judgmental eye. We should be more, tolerant. I appreciate the growth, but I think we have so much work to do as well.
And you?
Well, I think that there should be more opportunities for the creatives. Actually, I'm a creative writer. I am the producer for Charlie Dio's show, the fashion review show.
Oh my God, we have a celebrity. Okay.
So I feel like there should be more opportunities for the creatives so that they can excel more and then glow. Yeah, yeah.
Speakers highlighted the need to prioritize quality over quantity, redefining our fashion not just as wearable, but exceptional. They highlighted that Ghanaian fashion must remain rooted in our story. The call was clear: be creative, but do not lose your heritage. From access to raw material to the power of AI, the conversation turned to how innovation can help preserve and evolve our traditions. The need for collaboration was emphasized as well. Whether you're a designer, dye maker, or stylist, collaboration across the supply chain was named as key to scaling our industry. After sharing his insights on stage, we caught up with one of Ghana's leading menswear designers, Oheneba Yao of Abrantier the Gentleman, to hear more on how these conversations can move from talk to action.
So I'm here with the founder of Abrantier the Gentleman. How are you feeling? You look good, by the way.
Thank you. I try. I try.
I'm great. I enjoyed the session today. Just to recap, I just want you to highlight a few things that you shared with the audience today.
Okay, so the first thing was we were trying to see how best we can position or package Ghanaian or African textiles or brand to the outside world. And I touched on how we can probably use our identity to be a stepping stone, because identity is very key. Our heritage is something unique that it is ours. Nobody can take it. So how well are we branding what we have as ours to the outside world? And typically when you talk about Ghanaian fashion, Kente stands out. And how well or how best are we trying to position that? Aside Kente, we have our Dinkra symbols, we have our tie-dye batiks and all these things. Our indigenous brands or fabrics that we can probably push out. But the thing is, it is very local. And if you're trying to position it outside world, we're talking about luxury. How well can we turn all those things into luxury? And turning these things into luxury is trying to be conscious about our craftsmanship and expertise that has to go into what we do. And being intentional about exactly what we are producing. So if it's textiles, is it the normal prints that we are putting out? No. What can we add to the print? If it's kente, kente is quite heavy. Are people ready to wear heavy kente on a regular basis? No. So how best can we refine all these things? So those are things we're trying to shape and at least conscientize the Ghanaian or the African designer to be intentional about all these things so that we can push the brand or the Ghanaian agenda out.
I love that you're talking about these fabrics, these textiles that we have right here in Ghana. You mentioned kente and how it's heavy. I think I've had conversations with some other designers, and they are making the conscious efforts to try and, switch things up with regard to the techniques in the fabrics that you're producing. So it might be maybe fugu or something but they've redone it, they've reimagined the patterns and things, and so when they make the outfits, it's not as heavy, it's not hot and things like that. I think Ghanaians are innovative. We just need a little more backing. Yeah. So what stood out the most for you during the conversations?
I think for me, I was looking beyond the conversation. What actually stood out for me is the content of audience or probably people in the room. Yes, this was a solid. It was a solid meetup because there were key pillars who were actually in this room, and if this should continue on, or we put in all our, just like Captain Planet, if all the powers are combined, trust me, we can do marvelous things. That is one thing that stood out for me because it's very hard to get people like this under one umbrella, and trust me, that is one thing that stood out for me. And the urgency of we all trying to, push that narrative, it is something that is really strong. We look forward that this will probably pick up well, and it wouldn't be a 9-day wonder, just like one of those normal things we normally do.
Yeah. But personally, what do you want to see change from now onwards?
From a designer point of view, I would say that unified body from creative. It is very key because trust me, all these things we talk about end up going to how structures and systems are being in place. And when it comes to system and structures, you're probably getting into government. The government only recognize bodies. So that is the line I'm looking at. How we can properly structure ourselves and be as one unified body that we can fight as a force.
Thank you so much for speaking with me.
My pleasure.
To wrap it all up, we went back to speak to the minds behind the summit, Makiba Boateng and Noel Bans, to find out if the event was everything they hoped it would be.
Right now that the event is over, how does it make you feel?
I think one just has to be proud, to be honest. Because I think we achieved what we wanted to achieve. The time did run out. We could have probably gone on a lot longer. And, this was just a taster. Ideally, this should be like a 2-day, 3-day summit.
Okay.
Yes.
But did anything surprise you during did anything about today's event surprise you?
I think, if anything, what surprised me, or maybe us, is that when we put out the advert, I think within less than a week, we had maybe about 100 subscribers. And then recently, a couple of days ago, it was like over 400. So I think what surprised us was that, we probably didn't expect so much, subscriptions. And it also kind of made us realize that it was needed and it was timely.
So, right now, you were saying, during the event, they've been saying it's not just talk, right? So what's the next step now?
You saw the officials, right? You saw them from different places: Diaspora Office, Creative Arts Agency, GIPC.
I just want to say you have links.
Well, this sector is a sector that many people have been trying to capture. No one, as in government, does not know or understand kind of like who is in it and how it works. So it's a very important sector, to be honest, within the creative arts, and with the whole kind of noise about Africa fashion. That's why I say it's also very timely. It's a new government. We're resetting the button, as they say. And we also want to reset. We want everyone to come together, and we want to try and see what we can do to position fashion from Ghana in a better position towards global success.
So beautiful. So right now, how can people in the industry continue the work that you have started here? It can't be only you championing all of this.
Well, no, that is why you saw the room was full.
Yeah. So how can we continue this work?
Well, how we can continue is to take some of the lessons that you've learned from this and try and do something about it, within what you do in fashion. What have you learned that can help your brand or your business, your service or your product move to the next stage? Perhaps, you might think about collaborating in order to refresh what you're doing. You, as a presenter that deals with fashion, you have an array of so many people. Like your show will be going on for, so that's good, right? So you've already started something. So that's all we're asking for. Collaborate. Not just talk, act on it. Move it on a bit. Yes.
Thank you so much, Makiba.
You are so welcome. You're so welcome. Thank you so much. Fashion Wednesday, Diana, baby.
The summit wasn't a solution, it was a start. A moment where people showed up for an industry they love and believe in. And if this is what page one of the blueprint looks like, then the future might just be worth designing.